Subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get all notification.
Hello students, today we will start the next important process which is transcription. In the previous video we discussed about the DNA replication, in which we saw that how the DNA get replicated and how it forms its own copy. But now it's time to discuss about the transcription. What is the transcription? Transcription is the process in which the genetic information which is present in one strand of the DNA is transcribed in the form of mRNA. This process is known as transcription. तो ये हुई ट्रांसक्रिप्शन की बात. पहले एक बार हम देखते हैं व्हाट इज द सेंट्रल डॉगमा. वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द सेंट्रल डॉगमा दैट सेज सेंट्रल डॉगमा. Central dogma is the concept which was given by the Francis Crick. Central dogma, it was given by Francis Crick, and according to this concept, the DNA first formed the mRNA, and then this mRNA later on is responsible for the formation of the protein, or we can say the gene expression is shown in a particular sequence in which first DNA transcribed in the form of mRNA, and this mRNA is translated in the form of protein. This is the central dogma. This process in which the DNA is transcribed in the form of mRNA, this process known as transcription. So name of this process is transcription. This is the transcription. Whereas the another process in which that synthesized mRNA is forming the proteins or polypeptide structure, this process is known as translation. इसे हम बोलते हैं translation. So these are the important processes. We are now we discuss about this process by which we can say that information which is present in the form of genetic information which is present in the DNA at the one strand of the DNA is transcribed into the mRNA. This process is known as transcription. So we are going to discuss this part of the central dogma, that is transcription. Transcription में जैसा हमने बोला that genetic information which is present in one strand of the DNA is transcribed in the mRNA. वन स्ट्रैंड, हमने वन स्ट्रैंड वर्ड यूज किया है. अब ये वन स्ट्रैंड जो है वो कौन सा वन स्ट्रैंड होगा? वी नो दैट डीएनए is a double stranded structure. So this is a DNA which is a double stranded structure. It has complementary nitrogenous bases in these two strands. अगर यहाँ पे adenine है, in the another strand here will be the thymine. If thymine is here, in the another strand here will be the adenine. If here guanine, then here will be the cytosine, then guanine. In the same way we can make some more like adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, कुछ भी आप लिख सकते हैं so that you can show the complementary nitrogenous bases. Thymine, adenine, guanine, cytosine, adenine, and then thymine. And both of these two strands are anti-parallel with each other. दोनों की direction भी anti-parallel होगी. If this is the 3' to 5', then this one will be the यहाँ 3' होगा और यहाँ 5' होगा. 3', 5', and it is 5', 3'. So both of these two strands have the complementary base pair, and both of these two strands have anti-parallel with each other. So this is about these two strands, and we are saying that in the transcription only the genetic information which is found in the one strand of the DNA is get transcribed. Suppose this is the strand. This is the one strand जिसकी information DNA को transcribe करनी है. And this strand जिसकी information transcribed की जाती है, this strand is known as coding strand. This strand is known as coding strand. And the another strand which is complementary to this coding strand is known as template strand. Is known as template strand. अब यहाँ पे एक चीज है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट समझने की है. हमने कहा है इंफॉर्मेशन इस स्ट्रैंड की कोड करनी है. मींस जो आरएनए बनेगा, तो एमआरएनए बनेगा, वो बनेगा इस स्ट्रैंड से. इट विल बी फॉर्म अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस स्ट्रैंड. व्हाट डज इट मीन? इस चीज का क्या मतलब है? द नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस और द जेनेटिक कोड, जो जेनेटिक कोड की फॉर्म में इंफॉर्मेशन इस कोडिंग स्ट्रैंड पे प्रेजेंट है. सपोज दिस इज द कोडिंग जेनेटिक कोड्स. दीज आर द जेनेटिक कोड्स which are present on this coding strand. ये कोडिंग हमने जेनेटिक कोड बना. and these genetic code will form a particular amino acid. They will code for particular amino acids. So these are the genetic codes which are found on the genetic on this coding strand. Suppose अब अगर इसी कोडिंग स्ट्रैंड के बेसिस पे एक mRNA बन जाएगा, सब कुछ सेम होगा, ओनली द डिफरेंस विल बी दैट कि यहाँ पे थाइमिन की जगह यूरासिल आ जाएगा, बट द इंफॉर्मेशन इज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री टू दिस स्ट्रैंड, not exact to this, it will be the complementary of this strand. Okay, but if the mRNA is formed according to this template strand, then what happens? Let's see. अगर हम इस template strand के basis पे देखें, अगर जो mRNA बन रहा है उसमें हमें क्या सीक्वेंस मिलता है, क्या कोड मिलेंगे? यहाँ पे एडेनिन है, एडेनिन की जगह mRNA, then the thymine will be there, but thymine is not present, then uracil, then adenine, then guanine, cytosine, guanine, again thymine, in place of thymine, uracil will be there, adenine, then guanine, then cytosine, then adenine, and then uracil. Okay, this is the template strand, और इस template strand के basis पे जब mRNA form हुआ है, this is the mRNA. अगर हम कंपैरिजन करें इस mRNA का इस strand के साथ, इस coding strand के साथ, that one what will we get? We get the exact sequence. T, in place of T, U will be there. A, C, C, G, G, T, U, then A, G, G, C, C, and then A, and then T. That is the exactly similar. So, if this strand का genetic code को transcript करना होता है, उस कोड की कोडिंग नहीं, उससे mRNA नहीं बन रहा था. mRNA will be formed that strand which is complementary to this strand. That's why this strand will work as a template strand. If the genetic code is here, then this strand will work as a template strand to form a new mRNA, because this mRNA has the same information which was present on this coding strand. And इसी चीज को तो हमने ट्रांसक्रिप्शन बोला है, that information which is present at the one strand of the DNA is transcribed or transcript in the form of mRNA. तो DNA की इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पे ट्रांसक्रिप्ट हो गई है mRNA की फॉर्म में, बट कब? जब एक टेम्पलेट स्ट्रैंड के बेसिस पे mRNA फॉर्म हो रहा है. So this is the transcription here. The strand which work as a template, जिसके बेसिस पे mRNA बन रहा है, that is the template strand, and the coding strand will be the another strand. Coding strand जो होगा वो another strand होगा. mRNA इससे बनेगा, but coding strand another strand होगा. This coding strand is also known as sense strand. It is also known as sense strand. And the another strand which work as a template strand is known as antisense strand. इसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? Antisense strand. So these are the two strands. Or in another word, we can say that the coding strand is the strand which has the polarity from the 5 prime to 3 prime. कोडिंग स्ट्रैंड का सीक्वेंस जो होगा, पोलैरिटी होगी वो होगी 5 प्राइम टू 3 प्राइम, whereas the template strand has the polarity from the 3 prime to 5 prime. Both of these two, coding strand and template strands, are anti-parallel to each other. So the strand which has polarity 5 prime to 3 prime will work as a coding strand or the sense strand, whereas the another strand will work as a template strand or antisense strand. It has the polarity 3 prime to 5 prime. Okay, this is about the coding strand and template strands. Now, we are saying that only one strand is to be transcribed. DNA का सिर्फ एक ही strand transcribed होता है, दोनों क्यों नहीं होते एक बार में? Like हमने replication में देखा था, both of two strands of the DNA get replicated and they will form the new DNA. Okay, but in the transcription, only the small part of the DNA is transcribed, and in this only the one strand, सिर्फ एक ही strand का कुछ पार्ट ही ट्रांसक्राइब होता है. ऐसा क्यों? बोथ स्ट्रैंड्स ट्रांसक्राइब क्यों नहीं होते? दैट हैज आल्सो अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन. सपोज इस स्ट्रैंड के बेसिस पे प्रोटीन बनना है, सेल को रिक्वायरमेंट है पर्टिकुलर प्रोटीन की, एंड द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोटीन इज स्टोर्ड इन दिस स्ट्रैंड. इस स्ट्रैंड के अंदर उस प्रोटीन की इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर है. अगर ये स्ट्रैंड अपने अमाइनो एसिड कोड करेगा, अपना प्रोटीन फॉर्म करेगा बाय द ट्रांसक्रिप्शन एंड देन ट्रांसलेशन, दैट इट विल मेक अ वन टाइप ऑफ प्रोटीन. एंड एट द सेम टाइम अगर ये स्ट्रैंड भी अपने अमाइनो एसिड्स के, लाइक it has also genetic code. अगर हम देखें इसमें भी कोई genetic code है, and they will this genetic code will code for some another type of amino acids. तो ये कुछ another type के amino acid को code करेगा. And if both of these two strands will form the protein, then there will be confusion. Genetic machinery में confusion create हो जाएगी. सेल को तो एक प्रोटीन चाहिए था, बट यहाँ पे varieties form हो जाएंगी. यहाँ पे ये strand एक तरीके का प्रोटीन बनाएगा, and this strand will form the another type of protein. So this is not possible. Another reason is also there. Two reasons हम कह सकते हैं कि एक और reason है. Another reason is there. Suppose this strand will form one mRNA. Another strand will also form mRNA. दो mRNA जब बन गए, दो RNA जब बन गए, and both of these two RNA, दोनों ही RNA जो होंगे वो भी complementary होंगे, because both of these two strands are complementary with each other. And when they code for a particular RNA, that strands of the RNA will also be the complementary of each other. And these two RNA strands will join with each other, join हो जाएंगे. तो इस तरीके से एक सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड mRNA बनने की बजाय एक डबल स्ट्रैंडेड स्ट्रक्चर हमें मिल जाएगी, डबल स्ट्रैंडेड mRNA फॉर्म हो जाएगा. And if this mRNA made be the double stranded, then it will not able to proceed. तो ये mRNA आगे जाके प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस नहीं कर सकता. It will be not able to translate in the protein. So this is the reason that only one strand is to be transcribed. सिर्फ एक ही strand transcribe होगा, दोनों strand transcribe नहीं होते DNA के. And the strand which is transcribed is known as which work as a transcription, जहाँ पे transcription में जो काम करेगा, that will known as the template strand. उस strand को हम बोलेंगे template strand. But the information which is the coding is according to the coding strand. वो coding strand के according ही होगी. And it is also known as sense and anti-sense strand. So this is about the basic information. Now let's come on to the important enzymes which are required for this process. Okay. So in the case of replication, we have seen that loads of enzymes are required, but here there is no a long list of the enzymes which are required. Here the most important enzyme which is required for the transcription process is RNA polymerase, or it can be known as DNA dependent RNA polymerase. So let's talk about this enzyme, RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase is the enzyme which is required for transcription process. It's the important enzyme which is required for transcription. In the case of prokaryotic, they have only one RNA polymerase. तो prokaryotic जो cells होती हैं उनके अंदर prokaryotic cells has only one RNA polymerase, whereas in the case of eukaryotic cells they have three types of RNA polymerase. यहाँ पे एक ही RNA polymerase जो होगा वो हर तरीके के RNAs को फॉर्म करेगा. But in the case of eukaryotic they have three types of RNA polymerase. Three type के RNA polymerase होंगे. That is RNA polymerase 1. Let's write it in short so that we can save the time. RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, and then RNA polymerase 3. So these are the three types of the RNA polymerase which are found in the case of eukaryotic cells. RNA polymerase, this enzymes will code for the rRNA, because RNA has the three types. We already discussed about the types of RNA: rRNA, mRNA, and tRNA. So these all three types of RNAs are coded by the polymerase, and they are coded. Information of these RNA synthesis is also present in DNA. So RNA polymerase is code, or it helps in the formation of rRNA, whereas RNA polymerase is responsible for the formation of hnRNA and mRNA. So basically when we talk about the transcription process, जब हम transcription process बात करते हैं, this is the process in which we can say the formation of the mRNA. Transcription of genetic information from DNA to mRNA is known as transcription. So this is the important enzyme which we are going to discuss, that is RNA polymerase, which is responsible for the formation of hnRNA and mRNA. hnRNA we already discussed about the hnRNA when we discussed the types of RNA, and mRNA, this hnRNA later on processed, or इस पे processing होगी, and then it will convert into the mRNA. third type of RNA polymerase, that is the polymerase third. It's code for the tRNA. It is responsible for the synthesis of tRNA. So these are the types of the RNA polymerase. This RNA polymerase enzyme has a particular structure. Structure की अगर हम बात करते हैं, RNA polymerase made up of the two important parts. RNA polymerase, it has two important parts, like it has core enzyme, and then it has some sub units. एक तो importance का core enzyme होता है जो पार्ट है जो हमेशा अटैच रहते हैं, एंड विद दिस कोर एंजाइम इट हैज आल्सो सब यूनिट्स, कुछ सब यूनिट्स भी होती हैं. अगर हम कोर एंजाइम की बात करें आरएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 की, आरएनए पॉलीमरेज की, वी आर कॉमनली डिस्कसिंग आरएनए पॉलीमरेज. वी आर नॉट रेफरिंग द फर्स्ट, सेकंड एंड थर्ड, बिकॉज वी आर डिस्कसिंग द सिंथेसिस ऑफ mRNA, where the RNA polymerase 2 is the main enzyme. So this is the common structure of RNA polymerase 1, 2 and 3. RNA polymerase has two important parts, that one is the core enzyme or core unit we can say, and second is the subunits. Core unit या core enzymes में क्या आता है? It has the 4 units, 4 subunits. It can be made up of 4 subunits. This core enzyme part will be made up of 4 subunits. It has 2 alpha units, 1 beta unit, 1 beta prime. This is known as core enzyme. And the subunits, it has 2 subunits. One is the sigma subunit. One subunit is sigma subunit. इसे बोलते हैं हम sigma. And the another one is the rho subunit or rho factor. Another is rho factor. These subunits are required or they get attached with this core enzyme whenever they are required. कोर एंजाइम तो वो स्ट्रक्चर है जो हमेशा आरएनए पॉलीमरेज की साथ में रहती है, हमेशा ज्वाइन रहते हैं. बट सब यूनिट्स जो है दे विल ज्वाइन एट देयर टाइम ऑफ वर्किंग. जब भी जरूरत होगी तभी आके ज्वाइन होंगे, बिकॉज दे हैव देयर पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन. This sigma subunit join with this core enzyme when the RNA, this transcription process is need to be initiated. जैसे ही RNA polymerase आगे join होगा, then sigma subunit will also join with each other to initiate or to start that transcription process. So हम कह सकते हैं sigma जो subunit है, it starts the transcription process or initiate the transcription process. Whereas the rho factor or rho जो unit है, it will terminate the process. ये terminate करने की काम आती है, process को stop करने की काम आती है. It will terminate the transcription. So this is about the structure of RNA polymerase. It has 2 parts. The first is the core enzyme part and another one is the subunits. This core enzyme part is later on will make up of 4 subunits. ये core enzyme भी 4 subunits से मिलके बना है, 2 alpha, 1 beta and 1 beta prime. So these are the 4 subunits of the core enzyme part, whereas the subunits will attach with this core enzyme. जो इस core enzyme के साथ attach होंगी, these are the rho or sigma. Sigma is attached with this core enzyme when the transcription is need to be initiated. जब start करना है transcription process, तब sigma subunit attach होगी, whereas rho subunit will attach when the transcription is to be terminate. Okay, so this is about the types and the structure of RNA polymerase. Here we discussed about the template and coding strengths and then types of the RNA polymerase and the structure of the RNA polymerase. Now we will discuss about the transcription unit and the actual process or mechanism of transcription in the next video.